This is activity 4.3 on page 87, creating an email rule. Now your weekly status messages visually stand out to make it easier for you to organize them. You'd like to take it a step further and create a rule so Outlook will automatically organize the weekly status messages for you. So first we're going to create a folder named Weekly Status for the email messages. We're going to go up to our folder tab of our ribbon and select New Folder. We're going to name this folder Weekly Status. And we want to select the root of our email account to create the folder at the same level as the other default folders. So we don't want to click Inbox here. We're going to select our email address at the top. Folder Contains should be set to Mail and Post items, and then we can click OK. So now we get the weekly status folder in our folder pane to the left. And we're going to create a new blank rule to move our incoming messages to this folder. We're going to go up to our Home tab, and in our Move group, select the Rules drop-down, and we're going to select Manage Rules and Alerts from here. Looks like I already have rules created here. Let me delete them all. Okay, so from our dialog box, we're going to select New Rule up on our top toolbar, and this is going to open up our Rules wizard. In our step 1, select a template. We're going to select Start from a blank rule. Which is down at the bottom here. And we want to apply this rule on messages I receive. So select that from your wizard, and then in the step 2 section along the bottom, edit the rule description, click an underlined value. So apply this rule after the message arrives, and we're going to click Next from here to move to which condition do you want to check. Step 1, select the condition. So we have to define the conditions for our new rule now, and we're going to select with specific words in the subject or body. So that's here. We're going to check that off. It brings that condition to the bottom of our Edit Rules section. And we're going to select the underlined value, specific words. So we have to define what those specific words are. That's going to be weekly status. Type that in and add it to your search list. And click OK from here. And you can see it updates in the Edit the Rule Description section. Click Next from here. What do you want to do with the message? So once Outlook finds messages with weekly status, what does it do with it? And we want to move it to a specified folder. So we're going to check off move a copy to the specified folder. Now specified is underlined. We have to tell it which folder to move it to. So we're going to click on specified, and we want to move it to the weekly status folder. Scroll down and select that from your list and click OK. Then we can click Next again. Are there any exceptions to this rule? We don't have any exceptions, so we're just going to bypass this by clicking Next. And then we get to our Finish Rule Setup screen. Specify a name for this rule. We're going to name it Weekly Status. I'm just going to capitalize it. And And we want to select the rule options. Check the first two rule options. We want to run this rule now on messages already in the inbox. So this message that I have here should be moved. If I left that unchecked, it would only apply it to new messages coming in. And we're going to turn on this rule, and then we can click on our Finish button. So it's going to run that rule for us. We're going to apply it and click OK. The new rule now appears in your Rules and Alerts dialog box, which it did. Verify that the rule is working properly in our folder pane. I'm going to switch to my weekly status folder here, and you can see that that email is showing for me. All right, the weekly status report subject. And if I was to send a message to myself, all right, let's name this one test, and in the body we'll put weekly status report this time, and send that out. So here I get my test, weekly status folder, shows my test message there. All right, we can leave this open for our next activity.